Ben Razo with the Yang Carmine, but to start this top 8, let's go. First game, it's going to be a violent one because both these teams are meant to slug it out and erase your life bar in one big hit, so we're going to get it in now. I love it.
You like damage? You're going to see damage happen here. BlazBlue, BB Tech, top 8, CEO 2022. Here we go.
All right, letting the intros rock.
Oh yeah, the ancient tech right there.
Yep, just back to the days of delay back in the day.
Yeah.
You gotta let the intros play
That's
out.
how you know they're respectable. They're respectable opponents. They're respecting each other right now. They know it's like if you hit start, it's like you what? I'm sorry.
And you go, I'll respect out the window because round start 4P. So that's the thing you're gonna see of Now It's Okay. That 4P, that assist covering such a high and wide angle with the burst.
Yeah, uses
just to bring. Wants to make sure that we don't take too much damage here. Already getting a first hit, but nice crossover.
Okay, nice partner assist from Mikotsky going in there, in with the DP on the other side. Already switching out, reject guard into the happy birthday.
And it was easy to see, blowing up the semblance coming out, essentially giving a free combo, drops the table for 2, but you can't escape out of it, getting the full conversion off the Carmine here. With the meters, should be just enough to finish the job and get rid of Naoto, lickety split.
Oh my god, yeah, taking control of this entire corner. Carmine's 50 hits exactly.
All right. Oh, try to get the parry off. That's one way to get out of it. Knowing that Akatsuki can at least free parry the pinwheel, but it doesn't matter, getting slugged by far B. And Razo should have this under wraps. Gonna need just one. Oh, could use the EX.
Yeah, might as well to send out the cross combo, might as well finish it out. Just make sure, absolutely here.
Cross raid to do it. And nice. Again, super smart. Just using the, getting the cross count, and going for like the sequence, knowing that the Carmine auto combo does take so long that Yang will leave the screen, and then he can cross raid just to get that guaranteed set damage to finish it. Wonderful Razo taking that game one.
Like making no hesitation, no mistakes. There's no room for it at this point of the game here. Just make sure that you finish off your plate. You finish it.
You keep your fork and knife in hand.
Yes.
And I want to see you lick that plate clean.
Yeah. Like no dessert otherwise. Going in on the other side, already in a sandwich. Speaking of.
Yeah, it's the power of that assist combo, using the 4P to get the crossover like that, so nice. Start a little bit of damage, and it always helps when fighting Carmine because Carmine naturally loses health using these specials.
Okay, good use of the partner Tatsu.
Right, uses DP there to keep it burst safe, knowing that the DP ender will beat out.
Okay. Actually, like interesting use of Firecracker. They're actually being able to stop Kurogane back there.
Yeah, having that angle with the projectile is really nice. Plus the explosion lingering just a little bit. Get the catch, nice parry on the Yang assist, but Yang's 4P and not too bad of an anti-air, pretty fast and a little good verticality on it.
On the other hand, Pinwheel keeping Akatsuki in lock. Out does Kurogane, only have to defend themselves now.
All right, so we'll see how this goes because Yang thrives so well on this medium hit neutral, but full combo from Caterade, DP under, one more hit, can do it. Crossover, respect the semblance.
Has a lot of health on Kurogane's side, but this could go very much the other way in a second.
Yeah, I love that. There's the cross raid, just again, guaranteed damage, and it's going to spark the health recovery on Yang. She's getting a lot of that back, so we see Razo just run out.
Yeah, Caterade still having the resonance on tap, ready to use that at any moment here to get that little bit of health, waiting for that final potential moment here, but has control of Carmine.
Woo!
Good grab!
It's right at the super. Finish the job. No burst allowed here. He's going to do his last minute semblance. Resonance. We could probably see one from Razo soon to get the life back. Okay. Yeah. So it comes down to a next hit scenario.
Speaking of that next hit, there it is right here.
Oh, no, the fadeaway.
Yeah, like tries to looks like going for the setup there. Unfortunately, but Yang having actual heat on there, uses 1 meter of it. Still has plenty of bar to work with.
Take more checks, EX to keep it, forcing Razo to use a little bar for rejects just to create that space. Carade's got to be careful, has a little bit of bar jump, the charge jump.
Good use of the reject guard, keep it away. I'm staying away, I have plenty of meter, I can do this all day.
Oh, the check, beautiful, with enough meter here. Razo's going to go for the kick up the EX, has the super available, stuffed, and that's a wrap. Perfect usage of the bar there, knowing that they built up the third one just there so they could do the EX punches just to secure the knockdown for the burning gold, and that was so well done.
Yeah, absolutely. Like that's one of those moves that I always think it's like, oh, that's not going to hit if it's not in the corner. It's like, no, you just saw the example right there. That hit that did the damage, that did the deed. But here we are going back into it. Already sending out the partner assist. Throwing the fireballs. Oh, going into the pinwheel. Kind of keeping the distance a little bit here, trying to be very careful. Cross combo coming down in there. Switching over to the other side here. Just mostly a lot of blocking, mostly trying to keep it out. Good use of the parry though. Okay. Catching on, going into the the air throw right afterwards. Trying to go in for a cheeky little parry afterwards. Gets caught for it.
All right. This is probably the most we've seen Akatsuki really get to do. Those the last game we saw was a little bit tough. Oh, yeah, good hit. Yeah, this is a good hit for Caterade because Razo being up 2-0. It's going to put Caterade on the board. I know it. So at least has a chance. Gets thrown though. I mean, it's with the damage output and the potential of Carmine, but it's only level 3 Resonance, but it's a lot of life gain back.
Yeah, activates the Resonance to go use the spacing to continue with a little bit of damage here. Going to get that corner right back at you. Blood everywhere.
That's so many counter hits. It was a big call out from Razo, who still has a good chunk of Resonance left.
And it's just by the very nature of BB Tag, suddenly we're at a nearly even match. And Carmine Razo getting it.
With all this bar too, the next hit here from Razo can finish the job. We're going to see a Resonance here, but a nice safe jump in the mix-up.
Yeah, good use of, yeah, nice, yeah, pushing block on the back on that.
Tried to delay it just enough to get an extension, didn't quite work. But Caterade tried to EX through, didn't work, and this should be it for Razo. Finish the job here, far enough, right into Super. 3-0 Razo to winners finals, denying Caterade even a single game.
Yeah, with just a very slither of health, it's like almost like the shiny light there. Thought they had a chance, but no, Razo is going to be the one moving on in the winner side of the bracket.
Yeah, I mean, that was the best chance that Caterade had, right? It's just that momentum finally started to show.
Right.
After getting like a lot of both characters hits, getting this big damage combos, but then it just as soon as that Carmine came down, when Akatsuki just kind of got erased from the health bar, just got erased almost immediately. And then it became that 1v1, and that's just that advantage that Carmine has because of having just the innate range. The damage potential is also really large. It looked like it was much harder for Caterade to get anything going, at least in that 1v1 scenario with their Naoto.
Yeah, you saw early on it was very much a four-person scramble. Everyone trying to get the immediate hit there. Yeah. Like Razo was always on point with that. Like it only seemed like that final match where Caterade was finally able to get something in there and be able to do the additional work with Akatsuki. However, it was not to be.
Yeah, it's always rough. But Caterade still have a shot there in the low losers bracket. So right now it's good for Razo, who they're sitting in a great spot in the winners final side. Their opponent going to be Midorly, and between Midorly and Cake. So it's going to be a really fun one to see between both. Really, like, I like a lot of what you see from Cake's team. Cake plays a lot of just heavy zoning, these characters that are really just meant to keep you out effectively. You know, Rachel is a character that is valued very highly in BB Tag, but is not something that you'd seen very often in tournament play, despite her strengths. But Cake is here to really showcase that. Really happy to have made this top 8, not having really gone out to too many tournaments.
In fact, like what we were talking about previously on that, like during it was thanks to the efforts of the Sagem Start GG series that Cake was able to come out here to CEO in the first place.
Yeah, if that's exactly it. Just like that, in other games, people had that opportunity where they get a win, they get to come down and compete. So that's super awesome to see, and I'm really excited for how this will all play out in the end. Because again, with Razo sitting there in a good spot, whoever wins this would be either player winning this will make for a great matchup.
Yeah, yeah, it's always also nice to see like lots of newer faces, like at least like coming out to the major, the one especially in the last few years, a lot of people playing online like BB Tag. Like I know there's been a lot of push with shout out to the Zone Breakers online, everyone being trying to run as many online brackets as possible on that. And it's just been nice to see this continue to thrive as it is.
Exactly. I know, like Zone Breaker crew really putting together a lot of fun events and just making it pop like that. So, and then, you know, like the online events too, like I mentioned, like ICU Hater, like Donkon and his team really putting on online events every week too. So there's a lot of little stuff here and there. So if you play BB Tag Online, you can check it out and get involved and hopefully make your way up to one of these top 8s. But looks like we're all set. And this is going to be a fun one because you have on the left-hand side Midori with the classic team 40K.
2 big burly men versus tiny zoners. Let's go.
Between the tiny zoners. It's like you'd think the humongous, monstrous, super strong buff dudes would have an advantage, but no, I'm giving it to the little ladies with the beams and bats.
No, we're playing a cave shooter. We're It's a bullet hell right now. Throwing out the pistachios. Just throwing, kind of keeping the distance here.
No reason to go in.
No, there's no. It's
just
like
checking, by the way.
Oh, this is button check.
This is button check.
Yeah. I was going to say, it's like, wait, man, do they have that team? But
you gave it your all, though, and I appreciate that.
I wanted, you know what?
You gave it your all.
Yeah, you know what? I believed in it.
I
believed in the button check. You got to treat the button check as serious as the actual match here. Sometimes. It's all it takes. It's all it takes.
It's all it takes? But yeah, you're not seeing no 40K here.
No.
Don't worry about that.
I know. I think like Ronan Healy was playing like Blitz Tank and waltzing a little bit like I don't know about this time, but definitely a combo breaker in the past.
Yeah, definitely rocking those big teams, but you know, you get a cool flavor here out of Midori. You're gonna have the protagonist power with Narukami and Hyde. So again, here's the great assist package, right? You got a character with good range and mobility like Narukami back behind, a Palebringer assist from Hyde as well as his 6P, which is the orbital. So just a lot of tools to help allow Narukami to move forward. But the hard part is Cake's gonna just back it up, post up. But great start already. But the reversal just to escape, and Cake basically putting it down, saying, I'm not afraid to risk it early on to get this space I need just to keep you out.
Yeah, this team that Cake's playing, they're like a lot of really annoying projectiles going every which direction. You gotta play geometry. You gotta remember how to do those calculations a little bit.
That's some nice damage at least, tagging the Rachel assist a little bit, so that's at least something. But Midori's just having to try to at least get past this and try to open him up. That so far has been the hard part, especially with these cross combos. Just putting on pressure.
You trying their very best to like block in the corner. Unfortunately, like getting electrocuted right here, right now.
Take a DP ender.
Oh, unfortunately, the DP does miss though. Gonna get a nice little combo, and this try will kill the Narukami. Yep, there it goes, ending it with the AD, the DB.
Oop, try to go for the fake out, catching the grab, but instead get the EX neutral skip. That is fully projectile invulnerability and can combo off and delay assault. We're unique characters. We ain't got air dash, we assault.
Exactly. Setting up. I actually didn't even catch like the tail end of that on the cross combo hit Hyde.
Okay, 4-bar on Cake's side. Should be able just to combo into probably Bad and Lily, and then go for another super afterwards to finish the job.
Yeah, Batista kind of coming in for the help here. Try lasers.
Just enough, and there we go. First game going to Cake.
Yeah, baked to perfection.
100%, I love it. Seeing a team played so efficiently and just really, really smart in terms of covering a lot of the bases, been good. And that's what you want to see it, because it's Cake's style of just, I'll create space, use one of those assists from Rachel, because her assists are interesting. Her 6P throws out 2 of the Bellias, and they'll create the lightning posts. After that, she can do her other assist, I believe her 4P, where she will then call the lightning down on those posts if they exist.
Right.
So it's like a 2-prong assist, which works out really well for controlling space without having to have Rachel on point. There you see the 2 Lobelias coming out. So you have the 1, yep.
Yeah, 2
zoners in place.
What do you do with 2 zoners on both sides of the screen?
And it covers Batista so well. There's the spin assist, nice. And that's going to cause just a good knockdown to some damage off the extension. Oh, didn't get a punish. The perfectly spaced burst to go through the DP.
Yeah, try to go in for the low attack. Nothing for it, so unfortunately, back in this corner. We were electrocuting the right corner this time. We're going to the left corner. We got to make sure it's properly evened out here.
Oh, very nice. Cakes confirms. So good. You mentioned baked to perfection. That's Midori getting cooked.
Yeah, Georgia 13 not like helping out a little bit at the end there. And actually hitting with the DP there. Trying to switch over to Narukami, but no can do.
I like the Cake just going for like the not back-teching, just to stay close. Gets the overhead. Gonna tag on a little bit more damage on the Dorley. And now we're probably gonna see what's close to a finish. There we go, super. Just to get the extra damage at the end, knock it down, and now it's all down to Hyde.
Hyde has a chance, probably, like, has plenty of chance to use that resonance in here in a second, but doesn't even get that chance to.
That was entire block stun that entire time, even with Rachel flying to the other side, able to zoom in so fast, and then just go for the 50-50s. It was just so well done. That's what the team is, the strength is. Like, you're worried about the zoning. Here is this really messed up high-low left-right, because you still have like Rachel carrying over from BlazBlue Central Fixture, from BlazBlue Series, the slip heat from Drive, where she can use it to create these really messed up like instant like overheads or make these quick lows, and it makes her movement a little unique for a zoner.
Yeah, it's one of those situations where you're having to, and we were talking about this earlier, like sometimes BB Tag players don't exactly play like their original selves in the original game they came from here, but like being able to use like kind of like these assists together, you're already setting up the poles in the middle, trying to get away from like Narukami. Even out on the catching on the overhead. He gets a grab. Dorley back in action here, trying to get something set up here.
All right, yeah, this is a good chance here for Dorley. At least has the super, just going to tag on that damage on Rachel, but has to watch out here with the pressure. Because you see immediate burst, going to let Batista get in with all this life. Rachel can recover a lot, especially with this space that Cake just made, but okay, we got a hit.
Yeah, and this is like, again, we're seeing a similar story than we saw that first set as well. Dorley finally being able to get a read, get in on the action here. It seemed like those were so in control of Cake in those last two matches.
Yeah, but unfortunate, a missed time. 2B, it's going to get blown up. Narukami out, it's all down to solo Hyde yet again.
Yeah, plenty of health, but like nothing really like else to go with here. It looks like,
oh, unfortunate.
Yeah, unfortunately with the cross combo out there, got a little bit of damage here, but still got hit by the Batista behind.
All right, simple ender, and now we just have that messed up spacing. You want to try to talon with the DP, but the rebellions coming in the backside will just kind of stop any momentum from that. Okay, at least get the reversal, but the timing of it! One cross change, beautiful.
Batista had the turn one time, now it's Rachel's turn here. So they're like going to burn out this resonance with the time period.
Even TC going, there's the overhead up the jump A. Bottom Lily gonna go into the second super extension instead. Cross rate, boom! Well done, Cake!
Yeah, Cake moving on in the bracket. And by the way, did we say that BB Tag is a fast game? Because BB Tag is a fast game.
It goes with the quickness. It rises fast like Cake does through this bracket. Who will be facing off against Razo in the winners finals now after that dominating performance with this really fun team. Just like, it's so demoralizing when you're facing a team like this that just suddenly hits the switch and just starts putting so much pressure on you.
Oh yeah,
Even when a situation like you saw at the end there, where it was, I know this, I see you jumping at me, this is the opportunity I have to reversal so I can at least survive a little bit. When you see the cross change where it's like, the opponent is like, I want you to DP. That makes it so I get a free punish because you thought that this was the opportunity, and then just you saw what happened there in that situation with the damage from Batista afterwards. And that's just those little decisions that can happen that is just makes offense so potent. Where it's literally just like, hey, here's a chance, psych. Yep, here's a chance again. Up, psych.
And that's like something like when you're playing BB Tag, there's so many different little variations of that. Is the opponent on the field? Are they in control? Who is who is active at that very moment here? You got to worry about all these little things, and it's in the blink of an eye. You can't think of it through, and sometimes you just make a decision that feels right at the moment, and unfortunately, you pay for it in the end.
That's how it goes. The split decisions, you live by them, you die by them, but Cake controlling that match so well. So I'd love to see how they go about it, but now we got our next opponents coming up here on deck.
And who do we have here? We're showing off the keychain.
We got Faded the Dragon and Eon Crescent. Crescent's finally made top 8 at a major.
Yeah,
They
congratulations.
are so excited. They've been one of the largest supporters of BB Tag in the US, always helping, making sure events go well, always signal boosting, and just spreading the good love of BB Tag. So I'm really happy to see Eon make it this far into top 8, even in the loser side. But they're going to go up against Faded the Dragon. It's going to be another excellent match between two really strong players.
Yeah, no, Eon Crescent like was on the cusp of getting it into CEO. We got 9th at CEO 2021. Like finally able to crack that, get into the Fable top 8 here, and but like, you know, Fate like has to deal with now is like probably a Yosuke Platinum team, probably most likely from Fate the Dragon. I'm not sure of all their teams, but
yeah, you never can really tell because again, BB Tag's been out there for a couple years now, so everyone's kind of got the squads they want to run with. But you know, again, it's going to be a lot of variety as we've seen so far, especially with just like how we had the first 2 matches, all unique characters. We'll probably see we'll get at least 1 or 2 repeats, I'm sure. But
lots of Kurogane on the screen actually all of a sudden.
All right, take your pick. Button check or not button check?
You know what? You know what? I got super into. Why don't you go super into this one? Like.
All right, so we got the 4P already from Naoto. We got space already there as we're making sure our.
Gotta get the change
out. Okay, our sticks are fine. It looks good. Our assists look good. We have the Naoto 4P, and then you always discount Naoto 4P. All right.
Yeah, no, it looks good. Looks good. Everyone wins.
Everyone's all set and sharp. You're going to be excited to see how this one goes out.
Oh, the age-old button check.
Now you see everything in the background there too. CEO still popping, all the setups, people just smashing all these games. There's of course, other streams too. You can see the multi-Twitch to check them all out. But we appreciate you here on the Data FTC stream watching this, one of the first top 8s right now. We're one of the first top 8s next to Def Jam Fight for New York.
Yeah, no, like...
And I couldn't think of a better game to be running alongside.
Exactly here. But we're going to get right into it on the loose side of the bracket here. We got ourselves, Eon Crescent versus Faded Dragon.
Yosuke?
All right, loosen up. There you go. Get limber. Feel all right. It's going to be okay. It's going to be one heck of a match. I'm excited.
And good old Seth Hilda team as well.
Can't escape from crossing fate. Fight.
Okay.
All right, so this is a really good shell for Hilda because you see the auto side switch that happens with the power of Seth assist.
Yeah, catches on the first overhead, not on the second one though. Yosuke helping out with the B at the end.
That's what I like for Faded's team, having Yosuke, this mobility here, just to get around Hilda. And now since we have the situation with Seth, low life character. Oh, the reverse gets not a full punish, though unfortunate. Could have honestly died for it.
A lot of good control happening here, like between both players, trying to switch out and trying to make on the active player here. Trying to get on the cross up on the other side here.
I just love it. You see Eon just trying to find a spot with Hilda, but Yosuke just has so many jumps in the moonsault itself, making it so tricky to keep an eye on him. At least with Naoto, it's more straightforward, easy to kind of keep away.
Yeah, still this team is very versatile. We're kind of a flying squirrel going across the screen here. And Yosuke actually getting the hit here. This is a big opportunity for Faded Dragon.
That was a nice conversion then off the super with the Yosuke assist. Forced the burst out. So now we're low on cross gauge on the players, but at least Crescent not finding a hit. Yeah, simple sequence, get the knockdown into the sandwich. There we go. As soon as you see the reject, go for the cross combo activation.
Yeah. Oh!
4P into right super. I like it.
Not going to be enough to kill unless... Actually, no, never
unless
mind.
It was. Yeah, unless it is.
You know what? Sometimes the game shows me that.
The extra little bit of life Yosuke has is nice, but sometimes they don't mean squat.
Yeah, exactly. Into the sweep on Seth's side here. Going to activate once again to super. And we got the distortion finish.
Curse your own.
Yeah, good there from Eon. It was just well done. Overall, just a little scary in some situations there, but the damage is always going to be really big. So despite like Yosuke offering something that can get around a lot of the trickiness of the zoning you see from Hilda, if Yosuke does get caught and gets hit, you see how much the life just doesn't matter.
Right, yeah. I mean, you can move around as much as you want, but if you can't hit them in the end, what good is it?
Yeah.
This should be a beautiful dance. crossing fate. Fight.
Going right back into it. Immediate with the Hilda hit. And
Yeah.
you're have to use the burst in there just to get out of that.
Yeah, no reason. Hit that round start 6-2 from Seth. Just get that either sandwich, get a hit to a combo. Here comes the sandwich, and now, yep, you reject it, doesn't matter.
Yeah, big sandwich here.
You see how far away you are from both characters, but the range is so big that you're still stuck in that problem.
Yeah, just because you think like you're in the middle does not mean you are safe.
Okay, big opportunity. Gets a full counter hit. I want to see a full confirm. We didn't see that the last time that a reversal was baited out, so Faded needs to make it count. Okay.
Cross the cross combo.
Yep. Gets a hit. There's the burst here from Crescent. And nice push block into attack, but drops the combo afterwards. A lot of little things for Faded that are just hurting because of those drops.
Okay, like setting up a little bit of an orb here, setting the second one.
Nice.
Misses.
Oh, the whip grab into immediate super. That's going to catch. Naoto coming in, so that burst didn't mean much. It was free damage. And now we're going to have to set up into the sandwich, left-right mix-up. Got hit, but with the pixel alive, still alive.
I like what Eon Crescent's doing, like setting up the cross up into the cross combo with Seth in there. Just get on the other side.
Took a risk with the reversal and connected, and now it's all down to Yosuke here. Resonance activate. Nice neutral jumps, just calling it out in a big reversal just to take a chance.
Not able to capitalize on the hit here, unfortunately, but just letting that resonance run out.
Yep, 4P, the stop sign from Hilda. And now we're going to do this as honest as possible. It's just so hard, gets hit with the cross change. And again,
I could have done this without
Eon Crescent just running away with it because again, this is a team that can, the space that it can be effective at is so large. It's just, and the runaway is so potent that Faded just can't get an inch.
For sure, yeah, you got to worry about like the long range attack of Hilda and the quickness of Seth there. And not a lot like things I'm not seeing. I see some of the orb setup like they're on it, but not as much in there. It's mostly just been like Hilda on point to get the attack in.
Yeah, okay. Like I said, again, it adds up, and it's been doing really well here. So Faded has to make the adjustments, but we've seen just kind of how potent it's been. It's been like whoever is getting the first game has just been kind of just steamrolling from that. So we'll see if it's the same for Crescent or Faded can turn it up.
Trying to keep away as much as possible here. Good grab in there. Hilda taking control here, forcing the burst out.
Oh, and now every time you think it's your turn, oh, it's just beautiful. Next setup into the no cross-up cross-up. Got the cross chain, trying to put some pressure on. Now with the cross combo, so now we're just at scary situation, just left, right, just dancing around.
Little bit of delay, goes a long way here. Hilda getting the super on afterwards here. Gonna continue with Seth here. Plenty of damage on the board, but not enough to kill you.
Okay, the hard tech Yosuke. At least it keeps Naoto K alive, barely is getting some life back, but right now you can see how much Yosuke is losing. Cannot even take another hit or else they're just going to be long gone.
Young Crescent having plenty of life on the board here, just maintaining control, keeping it steady.
Opportunity. Gets a hit with Yosuke. Off the moonsault, it's going to be a little bit of an extension, but has to make the setup count.
Tries to get one for one more setup, one more for the road. Unfortunately, going to get hit for it by Seth.
You tried so hard to get something going, and then the block on the burst, none of that gets thrown. You didn't attack and react. We don't get a combo though, it's okay. We break your ankles with the break dance.
Yeah, Yosuke instant resonance like activation here. Gets a little bit of a clip there, but no connecting flight. Changing off, just get the extra damage to end the match.
And good stuff. That's gonna be it with Eon Crescent moving on, eliminating Faded Dragon. Now Crescent making their first top 8 in the major and continuing on through that loser's bracket. Faded Dragon taking 7th place here. You know, earned their medal and did a great job with 70 entrants making it that far, but you know, all roads must end somewhere. But thank you, Faded, for entering and playing. That was wonderful.
No, exactly. I mean, like, like in the end of the day, like everyone but one person goes out of the bracket. Everyone's hard fighting here and getting 7th at CEO. No slouching effort for sure. Beta Dragon, well done there. Eon Crescent putting on a good show, and like it's like we've been seeing a story happen here where it's been consistently like straight single like wins all the way through here. 3-0 all the like in every match here.
Yeah, it's been crazy. Again, it's just that momentum. It's just going off for one person, and we've not really had a close set yet. So I'm interested to see if that might be a possibility at some point. If we get to see one of these really go the distance, which hopefully will be soon. But, you know, keep at it. We have more really good losers matches coming up. The next one's going to be another excellent one as Yui versus Jurassic Ori.
Okay.
Is going to be setting up for our next big fight.
So what do you know about Yui so far? I was trying to look up beforehand. I didn't know a lot of information, unfortunately.
Well,
so
she's been, you know, competitive in BB Tag for a very long time. Typically makes top 8, sometimes doesn't get it close enough, so it's always a little bit tricky. But she's definitely been just a really strong player that's been a major proponent of the game and definitely just makes a good show of it. So we'll really see what she has in store, but her opponent, Jurassic Ori, also really strong. Yeah. So both of them, it's going to be a hard-fought battle to see who continues on because, again, that top 8 losers match, that first round one, we're like, can I keep this going? I made it this far. I know I only have the one shot, but that adds that extra tension that I hope. Oh, the woman up. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
RPS.
Look it up.
Okay.
You've got to go for the RPS.
2, 3, shoot.
Oh,
okay, we're just taking a rock.
Are we just going to
we're
rock?
Just saying rock. Okay.
Wait, hold on here. Is this a ruse? Is this
how BB Tag
forever?
This is how BB Tag players play RPS.
Oh, no! Okay.
Finally, someone stopped the madness. How dare you go paper?
Yeah,
Are you really a BB Tag player if you go paper?
No. You never go paper.
We live in it should be a paperless society.
Exactly. You got to go green.
I'm disappointed in you, Jurassic Ori, but it's okay. All right, so they're having. That's what I love to see. I want to see people having a blast, having a good time.
And that's I've seen that a lot so far. It's only the first day. It's only Friday, but it's been a joy seeing everyone like coming together, like being able to see like everyone like every match I've seen on stream, like everyone's like been having a good time.
Exactly, I'm having a blast too. So it's the feeling is mutual. As long as the players are enjoying themselves, you know, they're putting it all out there, and it takes a lot to even compete and to even do all this. So it's a lot mentally, physically.
Exactly.
So as long as you can do it with a smile, it makes it worth it.
Yeah, a lot of mental pressure, especially being on that stage. Like the amount of nerves that happen, it's a monument to be able to play in the top 8 from this alone.
For sure.
But we're setting up some buttons here.
Just making sure everything's A-okay. Again, this is offline. It ain't your home setup. You got to make sure everything is right as rain.
Yeah, let me tell you, that is something I've definitely done. It's like not set the buttons beforehand. It's like, oh, I have made a huge mistake.
Well, if I'm your opponent, we take those. And that's how it goes. You got to be careful. You never give your opponent a freebie, especially in a game like BB Tag.
Exactly. Yeah, like that goes a long way. Like that's like half your wall gone right there. But we have Yui. She's going with the Chie Adachi. We got Jurassic Ori, Yosuke Yumi. Here we go. And I'm surprised. Like early on in the BB Tag 2.0 patch, we saw a lot of Yumi at play because Yumi's kind of like peanut butter, goes with everything.
Yeah, it's a solid all-around team player, strong in her own right. Definitely will always keep seeing her at this point in the game with just how things are set up. But, not a lot of Yumis in this top 8, which goes to show how strong the U.S. scene has become in the, short time with rollback, as well as just, grinding it out during the last couple of years.
Yeah, that's Zio going a long way, covering up the distance. Setting out the meters. Yumi getting the catch on the other side here. He's going to go all the way into the record. Going to get that corner. Backing away for the setup. A little bit of a nice little reject guard here. Setting up the cross combo. More Zeodyne, more Zeodyne, more Zeodyne for the people out at home.
Oh, I love that pushing pressure. Now the BZO hit. gonna give a nice chance for Yui to get damage, especially on that block first.
What a good block from Yui, too, to get the corner. Yeah, being like bursting away like on the AD. Actually able to hit both hits there. Yeah, covering this, just being wise, staying on the ground. Jurassic Ori doing a very good job with that.
All right, yeah, that's gonna be Adachi with a Pixel of Life, but the jump C is Judge, Jury, Executioner. Nice. That's a really good incoming into a hit, not enough to finish it with the God Hand. Nice tech. Ori lost a lot of life here. It's gonna be Resonant. It's time.
Oh,
it's
and
time to go by.
unfortunately, GA trying to do doing the parry on that, but unfortunately just going to get the round taken away.
Smart. Saw that the opportunity that a parry might show up, but Ori hit the cross combo to cancel the assist out and get the full punish on it. So not a bad start.
Yeah.
Game one going to Ori, so Yui now had been getting a little hits here, but you haven't seen what Chie is known for. That's a big part of what the team does.
The big damage.
Is Adachi will get that hit that allows Chie to power charge max level and just to get the one touch on any character, especially with the low life you see on Yosuke. If a power charge Chie hits him, that should be like easy peasy.
Oh yeah, you get that Guilty Gear Strive damage happening all of a sudden. But yeah.
So some pressure here with the cross combo using the dragon kick from Chie to stay on top of it. But as all of Yui's cross gauge here is Jurassic Ori is trying to put pressure with Yosuke. And again, a nice block on the burst. Seeing it coming out, getting a jump cancel.
Right, and Goryeo getting the charge in here, Bronze coming in.
So the hard part of doing that after so many hits is the guard set is so low that you couldn't get anything bigger. So that was a lot of meter gone, not a lot of return on it, but at least like Yui still had a good advantage here.
Yeah, still plenty of life to worry about here. But finally, Ori, she getting a good hit in here. Continuing on with the Yumi pressure, going to go right back into it. Yosuke with the assist.
And pressure's on. Ori in there with the cross. Oh, but the cross combo from Yui. At least gonna get more damage on Yosuke. Any one more good hit with all this bar. Power charge. What do you got? The super. Bingo. Say goodnight.
Slam me down, God's hand.
That's almost 14K on its own. Would it kill both characters? But okay, that's a beautiful punish. That's how you do it. You see a DP come out, you hit that far B into the dash punch, wall bounce, good damage.
Oh, with the low in there.
All right.
You got 1-1. We got ourselves a match.
Yes, that's right. The set is on. And Yui feeling the beat, feeling the rhythm, and looking strong here. So between both players, 1-1.
Yeah, they're just looking at each other. Yeah, that's what it does. That's what happens there.
Yep.
So it's BB tag. That's what happens. You try to DP, I take advantage of it.
Yep. Oh, you got Chie with 4 bars and you got hit. That's a character.
Oh, sucks to be you.
How does it feel fighting one on versus 2?
Yeah.
Thanks for that.
No, you're kidding me.
We'll see. Ori's been solid at control so far. She's been holding it down a little bit. It's just she has to watch out for those kind of hits that can lead to that, which is always tricky. But again, with Yosuke being so mobile and the strength of the Yumi assist package.
Oh yeah.
Just helps control that. Nice hits here. Gonna go to the corner.
It is so easy to also make anything from Yumi connect to anything else and just make the full package. It feels good. Like whatever you end up doing here. Like that's nearly half, like 3/4 of life gone, just like that.
Oh, and all this extra pressure, gonna force out the cross burst, but the punish, beautiful timing. Getting the hit, going for the cross change just to get the punish here. So even though Yui found opportunity to bust out, it didn't matter. There's the counter, but another beautiful block because the assist hit the counter, letting Yosuke just block it out. That should be a character going down. Keep it simple.
Yeah, keep up the cross combo. Going to go into get the Garu on and just going to continue. Hey, windstorm, snowstorm. We got all of this. We can make it happen.
You know how the saying goes, spin to win.
Yeah, 12,000 damage down the drain right there alone.
I didn't know we're having a Beyblade tournament. It's great. Okay, so solo Adachi gets a hit here. So Adachi by himself, it can be a little rough. Still a solid character, but like the anti-airs are kind of a little insufficient. But the pressure can be very strong, especially with a lot of infinite bar that can be gained from the Resonance.
Yeah.
But instead, it's going to go down because burst and then immediately getting hit by Yuumi 5B.
Yep.
It's Tails all the time. Respect Yuumi burst if it hits you.
Yeah, unfortunately, like using the burst like on that, like getting like trying to reset the neutral and getting control again. Like Yuumi was doing a very good job maintaining control and like, kind of keeping the pressure up, but it was not to be at that point. Finally, it just takes one, and there was not a whole lot of life at the end there.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that just lends to the amount of just safe sequences that Jurassic Ori she was putting on, because again, her offensive structure is looking really solid, whereas, you know, Yuumi just needs that one hit to really bring that there. Ori's really made it hard to do so and just mitigated a lot of this potential damage, so I'm all about it.
Yeah. And speaking of that,
Smart play.
Yeah, Yuumi has abandoned the Adachi, switched over to the Yuumi alone. Chie still around though. Chie ready to cause that damage here. Fighting fire with fire, fighting Yuumi with Yuumi.
Yep, fighting ice with ice. Who will be the coldest girl in the building? We'll find out. Ori just needing one more, but Ice is not on her side as Yuumi gets the first hit, but we see a nice burst out here from Ori. Meatballs get canceled.
Oh, interesting clash there.
Yeah, the Snowbird projectile beating at the Super Out was not something I expected.
Yeah, no, same. Kind of keeping the block. Goes into the throw here. A little bit of extra thanks to the Persona help here.
Okay, punches on, goes for the low, nice blocks here from Jurassic Ori, gets the burst, gets out, now Yosuke, there you go, immediate moonsault, get that damage, you ain't blocking this character, there's no cross protection in the world to save you.
Exactly, you don't know where Yosuke's coming from here.
Again, with the block, with using the Yuumi assist to get the hit, and then it just followed up into a great sequence. Ori with a huge life, 5P, going straight to spin, making sure you can't burst out, getting guaranteed damage. Ori in full control.
One more moonsault on there. Plenty of damage happening here. What looked to be like a very strong start from Yuumi. Ori has taken back control.
Wait a minute. That's
Little
both
bit of a
characters,
birthday.
but because it's Yuumi, that the aerial raves inconsistent and may not get both characters. That's block. But no, sorry, it looked kind of weird up top. My bad.
Yeah, Yuumi did drop from that combo, but that was still enough to get Yosuke off, so you only have to worry about the ice. Resonance being activated here.
Okay, cross combo. Now you have to wait and respect the Chie there.
Yeah, it's like anytime we'll switch over to Chie.
Okay. Snowbird, nice block outs. Jumps over, but the patience here from Yui, that all that resonance is gone, all that extra meter is gone. But any one touch on the Yuumi will finish the job here. Nice block, gonna have to miss.
Oh, and unfortunately too far away on the DP there.
Okay, coast to coast. Oh, the trade! Oh! And that's both characters! And that's gonna be Chie also alive because of the Yuumi being on the ground!
No, like still one little hit there. Trying to go for a projectile, nothing beats the activated resonance burst here. Have to be very careful as that health gets regenerated and the meteor comes down!
Oh no, she had a face full of meatballs!
Yeah, Sky!
Oh my god, Yui just calmed down the storm!
Yeah, just raining it down. I borrowed this from Faust!
That was like, you see Ori, Jurassic Ori just running up, trying to get under, maybe getting a DP just to get a hit because, you know, Chie is not really invulnerable during that. She can block after a certain point, but she's still airborne. But, you know, didn't work out for Jurassic Ori, and now we're down to our final game.
Yeah, 2 and 2 here. And that was a lot of smart pressure, yeah, like you said, like activating the resonance, going into, like, basically also, like, being able to build up the extra meter to send down the meteors there to get advantage, to get us to this final match here.
Can't escape from crossing
We
fate.
cannot escape from the crossing of fate.
All right, we see.
Immediate cross combo here, just kind of just threatening with it at this point here. A little bit of a clip from Chie, from Yui.
Oh, get both characters, nice hit. Could have just tagged a lot of damage on Yuumi, but Dragon kicks the fly out. I like that. Escaping the corner using a EX bar, not a bad idea. All right, Snowbird fight, assist fight, though it's hard to really go up against Yumi's assist. The projectiles that she throws out during it will crush a lot of other projectiles, so it's very hard to counter call it. Okay, pressure's on both characters. Light advantage here. Oh, get the hit though, 2 full damage. The fan coming back, tags Chie. Losing so much life if you can't burst it.
Yeah, immediate cross combo like on the yeah, throwing the connect like cross combo back. Oh, making the persona go away.
Right. Oh, the low, but the trade combo. Are you kidding me? Ori with the big damage, gonna go for aerial raid, can't burst out of that, and now Nexit can do it. That was messed up right at the super. Say goodbye, Yumi. It's all down to Chie.
Yeah, simple acquaintance. But this happened last time too. Chie showed an like immediately activating on the resonance here. Has a level 4 to deal with here, but not. Oh, unfortunate.
The hard call onto the counter. Ori's gonna get the punish. We gotta hug it out.
Yeah, I gotta hug it out. That was a spectacular match between those two.
Yeah, both ladies putting it all on the line. And you see just the camaraderie here from both amazing women who just made an excellent match. But Jurassic Ori moves on as she will go to the next match, and Yui is out at 7th place.
Trying to like blaming the plushie, it looked like for a second there, but no, like the matching plushies, matching rock the entire time there, all the way into nearly the last match there, like just a lot of good back and forth. That's the BB tag I like to see.
Yeah, that was absolutely so much fun. Both players just having a good time of it, making a fun show. I mean, it's unfortunate that the counters really were like the thing that got probably Yui the most, just trying to either them activating and then getting punished, or just them just getting punished outright. But you know, you got to risk it for the biscuit, and I like taking a chance like that, because if you want to make a comeback, you want to win big, you gotta try it.
You got to use those big buttons. They're there for a reason. You got to press them. Sometimes it just doesn't work out. It's okay.
Sometimes.
It's okay. I like those buttons too. Like they do, they do the nice amount of damage. I love seeing it. I love that life bar draining there.
That was absolutely fun. But we're going to continue on here in the loser side now, as Aeon Crescent is up again. And we're going to see that up against Midorly. Or no.
So once again,
I have my name wrong.
Yeah, we're trying to make sure we got that correct on here.
Yeah. Because we'll see, I think we'll see Caterade after this.
Right.
Where there'll be Caterade versus Jurassic Ori, which will be another excellent match as we're starting our second round. But you are here watching us at CEO Fighting Game Championships in Daytona Beach, Florida. It is, again, the kickoff to summer tournaments as we begin with the big one here in CEO Community Effort Orlando. And it's always a bit of fun. And if you love BB Tag, you make sure you sign up for CEO Taku, which will be happening near the end of the year. That is going to be happening at the usual venue in Orlando, but it is one of the premier anime fighting game events in the United States. So, if you're enjoying yourself here and say, dang, I want to play some BB Tag, well, keep a lookout for CEO Taku registration and more details, which will be coming live after this event, as you barely get the chance to get everything going.
Yeah, exactly. Like if you're an anime fighter, definitely check out CEO Taku. This is button check. I know what this is now. I'm getting the hang of it.
You're back in it.
It's been a while. It's been a while. I gotta I'm just excited to see anime games happening on the screen in front of me. I'm excited to talk about them.
No, I think BB Tag can get hyped, so I'm about it.
I want to see some hard. I know. I'm okay with it. I'm okay with this team actually.
Like the pool station, I was just walking by, see everyone playing their matches, like top 16 running. It was just really cool. To have the energy there is always really nice, because online is fun and all. Online can be hype, but nothing quite beats that offline action.
No.
And we're gonna have a heck of a one here, Midorly and Aeon Crescent. We're gonna stick to. Let's see what teams we're gonna bring in. And we had our button check, but it looks like we're gonna have Weiss.
Are we gonna have a little bit of a Ruby party here?
Yeah.
Like Black versus White, Weiss versus Blake, Hyde and Yumi.
Yeah, okay, I like it. It's like, it is a Ruby point character, and then you have a strong assist character. You have the best assist character with Yumi on the side of Aeon Crescent, but then on the left-hand side, you have just a really good one with Hyde, so curious.
Yeah, and Blake was one of those characters that definitely got some help in the later patches of BB Tag. Was definitely seen as a weaker character, but it's been great seeing some people put in the work with Blake for sure.
Yeah. And that was always one of the Crescent's go-tos. He was like one of the ride or dies. So definitely one of the premier players of Blake Belladonna. There's the grab. You thought it was a chance with the assist coming. You thought you had to hit a block. Nope. But instead, the auto combo turning around after it tagged the assist. And now we get the cross combo, extra damage here. Just forces out 2 meters with the extension still happening. Yeah. And I think with that, Midorly ties it up.
Hyde using the long range legend here, but unfortunately going to get hit, getting into the cross combo here. Yuumi with the help.
Nice extension, I like that, with the 6P. And now, big reversal, Eon Crescent. Again, game 1 is always kind of the data. The chances you take with the reversals can work out, we'll see. But Palebringer hits, was able to tech though at the end of it.
A little bit of a pause there, just trying to see what's going to happen in the corner with Midorly. Activating the cross combo here, goes into the throw, going to go on the other side, get that corner right back at you.
I love that setup on the cross combo. But again, immediately tech 5A. Immediately tech in the button, it works out, and now we're back in the corner here. Like just from Midorly, gets a hit, gonna go for cross combo, has the meter. Oh, there's the burst though, and now Blake.
Nice push guard from Eon there. Woo! Unfortunately.
Great confirm off of that. Gonna bring in Hyde just to make sure. Blake goes down. Blake not without a lot of life, but you don't take a chance. Wow!
Just waits it out for the DP there.
That's what I'm talking about. You think it's your turn? You think because I blocked that incoming that you have the time to party? No.
No, I'm waiting for you to do something so I can hit it.
All right, a lot of chip right now. It is level 4 resonance, so a lot of chip damage coming out of the Yuumi side. So it's basically a one-hit scenario. Okay, super. Gets both!
Oh, wow!
With the call out because cross combo was activated in that situation. It's usually, you do not cross combo until after you see a super like that come out. That way, your assist character can remain invulnerable until you activate them again.
Right.
But because they committed to the cross combo and activated the assist, it just guaranteed that at least one of the characters was going to get hit, but instead it was a BOGO, and Eon Crescent takes that first game and now leads this losers quarterfinals match.
Yes, great awareness from Eon there. Already back into the corner. One more cross combo for the road here on the other side. Looks like trying to wait out for something, like trying to bait out anything on the throw there.
Different scenario, nice assist call there. Gets a hit, and good advantage as Crescent just setting up for a cross combo. Extension assist, and Midorly getting the damage zone. So this is the big part. If they can find another hit, they're gonna go for this. No punish, but a run-up grab. And because he used the cross combo in that situation didn't work out, there's no way to burst out, and the grab into super is going to do it. Midorly not taking these throws, and it's showing.
Yeah. Getting a couple hits in here with the Blake. And there they go, that DP once again, making its mark.
Yeah, took a chance. Head to the late air dash, okay, neutral skip, and now I like that. Crescent just playing that range game. Well, goes in and gets tagged, never mind.
Yeah, going to get plenty of nice damage from that, evening out the life bar between the two opponents. It just goes right back into it again. Just a little bit of a tap there. Only Yuumi, and this is what happened last time. Yuumi was able to clean up. Yeah, gotta be very careful.
Midorly this time with a lot of life, I say that, but gets hit. At least has resonance. So after this combo, which will be a super just to get as much damage, there's a lot of red lines. So at least a good resonance into like blocking situation, but
unfortunately, you were right about all of that, by the way. Like, that would be a good opportunity. Unfortunately, try to go in there, try to get out of the corner there. Didn't activate resonance there. Probably would have worked at that point, but unfortunately was not to be.
So yeah, just saw this opportunity like, okay, this is the grab situation. I'm gonna get a grab, reset that neutral space, and then go from there, but it just wasn't meant to be. The whiff throw into death. Resonance just staying stockpiled in the pocket, and that puts Eon Crescent at match point. Midorly's last chance here. Locked into this team. There is no going back here. Weiss, Hyde is gonna be what keeps Midorly in or lets Crescent keep on moving.
Yeah, definitely the Hyde's been putting in a lot of work here, able to get like some damage in there and be able to at least bring down to the Yuumi. But Yuumi, on the other hand, it's been really holding Eon Crescent's team together.
Yeah. Sometimes that ice can be the glue.
Keeps the drink cold anyway.
That's right. Okay, nice reversal. It's gonna put
goes into
Midori in
the
the corner and just immediate grab. There has been barely any tech throws on Midori's side, and Eon Crescent's taking huge advantage of it.
Yeah, big hit from like Eon Crescent there, but now like we're back to the high. Midori having a chance here.
Okay, go to the corner with the Tailbringer, and now we're just under pressure. But I like Crescent just blocking it out, just the push block into the assist or tag out.
Yep. I like Eon doing that, like doing the push grab, bring it back in Yumi here, try to keep it safe, just keep playing the game. That's been working so far.
Yep, there's the range. And now we're just kind of waiting. This is at least a good opportunity for Midori. Oh, okay, gets a hit with DP. Because the chip damage from Hyde is significant, but a hit is going to be even better. Yeah, let's go.
Canceling into the Resonant Super.
All right, so again, we see a life lead on Midori's side. The Hyde, plenty healthy. But with 5 bar, a prayer and a dream, can it be enough to stay in this set?
Use the push guard to get away just a little bit more. DP hitting its mark again.
Good check, good check. Even match. So much bar on either side. Blake with less life though has to risk the hits a little less.
Yeah, so much time still left on that. Just gotta be careful. Like try to set up the clone, but nothing really for it. A lot of push guard happening on the screen right here.
Okay. EX, no meter for the finish. There's the dropout, but as Crescent gets one more hit, it's over. If Midori can find the hit,
gets up and gets the grab. Very nice attack.
All right, Midori Tailbringer finished the job.
Yeah.
It was a situation. You saw Eon Crescent. That was to bait the grab, but because he air dashed backwards a little too early, it let the run activation happen. So Hyde ran forward for the throw instead of just the point blank.
Oh, okay.
Which let it grab because it has the same animation, the run and a grab, but it's kind of a distance activated thing. So it's really interesting to see that. But I think Eon Crescent had the right idea, it just didn't work out.
Yeah, unfortunate. Just at the very end there.
Oh, too early on the assist call.
Yeah. Midori looking pretty strong there. Had to try to do the burst out of there, but it doesn't matter. Trying to go all the way into the corner here.
Yeah, good extension. And a grab too, throw counter. Try to press a button between it. Didn't quite work out, but Midori with a huge lead.
Yeah, activating the cross combo here. Yumi trying to get out, trying to just go back and forth like let me talk to mom here.
Oh, another grab. This is like the tail of the no-techs. Neither either player is getting out of grab. It's
just a scramble.
It's just so much damage. It's being enabled.
A little bit of a nice trade there.
Okay, here we go. Skip the neutral.
And Midori's getting a lot of use out of just like the skip neutral tech. There, just like going way across the screen and that's been hitting the mark. Okay, getting the cross combo here. Gonna push all the way out. You gotta be very careful getting that nice little chip damage, but going to punish afterwards.
Yeah, easy punish, easy damage. Midori again on the cusp of closing out a round and tying things up 2-2. There's the super from Blake. Just see a Tailbringer right through it, get a little bit of damage.
Yep.
Oh, there's a punish. This should be high going down with a little bit of bar, but instead doesn't get the full finish. Was able to bring in Weiss, and now, ooh, Weiss gets tagged. 5 bars on Eon's side, but they'll tag 5A, my God. Why not?
Yeah.
Why not?
Gets the extra damage in there to finish it off. Midori suddenly, what was looking to be a very strong set from Eon Crescent. Suddenly we're at the tail end here. There are no more possible matches between these two at this point.
Oh yeah, we're down to the wire. Another Game 5 scenario. Midori bringing this back all the way through, sticking to their guns. Can Crescent continue their dream run here at CEO, or will Midori put a stop to all that? Already a big start. Again, Blake, a low-life character, can't take these hits and can't take the pressure. Had to burst out on block just to escape and give Yumi some chance to play, and the 5A is going to make it happen.
Yeah, see a little bit more of a sigil use from Weiss also happening in there, but it's Yumi taking control back here, trying to get as much damage in the opponent before the burst comes out, and like Weiss can't escape here. Hyde getting control here. That's been the name of the game for Midori here, just getting plenty of damage with this Hyde.
Okay, there's the burst, yup. And nice block there. We saw it the last time on block. But I love Midori just using the assist to force the burst out. Gets the low, it's a full combo. And now Yumi taking so much damage here, staying under pressure. Your push blocks aren't saving you, and the challenge is not working out, but the jump in at least hits.
Opportunity knocking at the door here. Going all the way into the corner here.
Take forward into the sandwich, dangerous situation. Has a burst available, but nice blocks. Yeah. Don't need a burst, you hold down back. Well done.
Well, finally getting a couple clips in here. Good tech. There's an attack for you.
And it's down, you know, the last game where you need it most.
Yeah. But like figured out, it's like, okay, yeah, when I need it on point here. All that chip damage is making a difference here in this battle. Yumi holding up for dear life. Never mind.
That was the Papa John's delivery. The pizza coming through from downtown. And now it's all down to Blake Belladonna.
Eon needs this hide to get out of the battle if it wants to continue on in this bracket.
All right, makes it through. Weiss's here taking a lot of chips, so I have to be careful. Her life, even though she had more life coming in, it's dropping so fast. The hit.
Oh.
Okay, there's no ball Midori side. So at least we're going to get a knockdown, waste the resonance. Next hit does it.
Yeah.
Oh, Pale Finger! And that'll do! Midori with the reverse. 3-0 to take the set 3-2 over Crescent. We're getting a big hug between both players. And Midori continues on, and a 5th place for Eon Crescent here at CEO.
Yeah, no slouch on that, because like, holy, like between that match, like it felt like Eon had complete control. Midori figured out a few things in there, got the download, was able to actually like Eon was trying to force back, like trying to go in with like the range that Blake has there. Unfortunately, not to be at the end.
Yeah, just rough, but yeah, just so smooth, so good. Crazy match. We gotta take a breather here for a second. And no better way to do it than bring on all the amazing groups and folks who make CEO possible.
Exactly, yeah.
All right, and I love all that. But
so we're at are we at loser quarterfinals? Is that where we're at right now?
We're continuing on. We saw the last match there between Midori and Eon Crescent. So we're gonna move on to our next match to get to see who makes it to loser semis between Jurassic Ori and Caterade.
Okay, and we haven't seen Caterade for a minute here. Like only was able to be on the screen for a short bit thanks to like the 3-0, but still has a chance here, still a loser, has plenty of time to think about it in the meantime.
Yep, I think they got their butt check out of the way while we were taking care of all of those amazing folks who make CEO possible. So we're gonna get our characters selected here. No surprises on Caterade's side. Akatsuki, that's okay. And then of course, from Jurassic Ori, her team of Yumi Yosuke. So it's going to be the hard-hitting team on the left versus the try and Cactus team on the right.
yeah, catch me if you can here. But I don't know, like Akatsuki with the Tatsus, like I think can reach places that no human could expect here. But here we go. We're going right into it.
These guys are.
Letting the intros rock out here.
And neither will we.
In the last collected thoughts here.
That's a close one.
All right, so letting it all rock out. This is another huge match on the loser side. And already, Caterade just happy to sit back, get maybe a little bit of shots going. Doesn't want to really use that now to assist until Jurassic Ori, she moves forward. So you saw the 4P immediately as Yumi started to approach, but just happy to sit here, shoot the projectile. Now in the corner, oh yeah, it's gonna be tough.
Yeah, a lot of stray hits there, just trying to like feel each other out there. The reject guard, not messy, but still not able to get a hit afterwards. Very interesting.
Okay, good burst there. He brings Akatsuki back in, lost a lot of life already. It's a little unfortunate.
Yeah, try to expect the parry, like nothing there for it, just having to kind of guard, and unfortunately gonna get hit by that on the other side. Reject guard here.
Yep. That was one of the big changes that happened during like the last big patch. If you push block Persona characters, their Persona will stay on top of you, so it's really hard to escape them. Okay, find a small hit. Pretty even here with a lot of life lost on both players, but nothing like hugely significant. Gatorade finally getting some hits, but it's just not been the full combo you would expect with the pressure so on.
Activating the cross combo to continue. Gets in with the low.
Expected a burst, didn't come out. Very nice read there from Jurassic Ori. She did a good job of waiting to not get her burst baited.
Oh, would try to send out the fans. Actually got the assist on the partner. Yumi still getting the corner.
I like that. Cash out, finish off Akatsuki, and Jurassic Ori situating herself really well to take game number 1.
And just immediately as Naoto comes in here, going to get the hit in there, going to get plenty of damage in even before Resonance can go out. Activates the Resonance here, like on a setup, and just goes right into the super.
Okay. Yosuke's going to be safe though at least. Big damage on Yumi, but it's going to be tough. I like that. There's a push block, anti-push block setup. Chip damage on deck. Now, yeah, Yumi can't take even a hit with the uppercut. The DP gets out.
Yeah, probably going to... Able, yeah, switching out to Yosuke.
Oh, Jump C saves the day. But still a spooky game because right there, you see the hit.
Yeah, ready
and Yosuke going down. Now it's a one-touch game, either player.
Yeah, ready for the push guard at the end here. Now, Gatorade suddenly looking pretty good here. Fortunate filling up the life bar as, like for Uni here. Oh, no, unfortunate miss. That's been the story of BB Tag this entire top 8, is waiting for those, for the DP to happen and punishing it for all that it's worth. Good to the last drop.
The hang time. He was just up there, just chilling, just charging it, because you can just charge it until it doesn't charge anymore.
Right, yeah.
So it was just there, and you know, Yumi's DP has got a great radius around it, but it doesn't have a lot of verticality. So that was such a good read there from Gatorade, who steals game 1 with the cheeky tricks.
Okay. Getting a little bit of a hit there, and like another little burst happening.
Little or big, it's good damage and good momentum for Gatorade. Nice block, but instead blocks the counter, and sayonara, Yosuke, back to school with you.
A lot of explosive damage here, and yeah, immediate DP here, trying to get off of me. And using the burst here.
Oh, nice, using the range there from Naoto. Nice time to push block, didn't work.
Yeah, great use of the range there. Push blade right back at you though. Everyone does, like, remember to stay 6 feet apart. Goes.
All right, I like this. You have meter, you have an assist call. I want to see maybe just use a little bit of extension, get as much damage as possible, but let's see. Just go for the DP for the hard knockdown instead.
Yeah, okay, it gives enough time to activate the Resonance here, but still gonna get hit by the Tatsu afterwards. Very nice.
Great stuff. Okay, Gatorade. After a dicey game 1, full steam ahead in game 2, now up 2-0 over Jurassic Ori, who needs to take a second here. She's gonna go back to character select.
I agree with that.
She's gonna find out what her best route is to try to seal the deal and stay alive here.
Yeah, sometimes you just need to go back into the character select screen, just collect your thoughts a little bit. You don't even need that long of a time, just enough to get in there and just think about it. And yeah, we do get the Adachi switch over as well, but also it just you know, just going to like try to switch on the strategy here, like going right back into it immediately with the hits.
Oh!
Yeah, immediate Tatsus everywhere.
Only a blockable setup too, because you had the Naoto on the other side, so you set up B Tatsu into low.
Yeah, misses on the 5C there. And using Zeodine to cover the range, gets on the other side.
And left, right, up, down, you gotta guess, you gotta get blessed. Good from Jurassic Ori, she now has a little bit of a lead here, and some good, she's gonna have some solid pressure with that nice just sandwiches.
Cross combo trying to reject the guard on the other thing. Actually was able to get out of the combo a little bit here. Still have to deal with all of this pressure though.
Okay, Adachi push block. AZO, but nice using the
more
counter to get out of it. Beautiful. That's number 1 thing you can do. BZO is not guaranteed against Akatsuki.
Yeah, this moonsault here, getting a little bit more damage here. A similar setup happening. We're back into the cross combo. Last time having a bunch of push guards together. It happens again here. Cross combo. I got one of those too.
And the 4P gets the hit. We're getting some damage here. Extension with the switch out. And again, Yosuke taking a lot of hits. Next hit here can finish the job. But it's going to be a wake-up super, but the DP going right through it. Beautiful.
And try to right go for the Guardine once more. This time getting the hit.
I love that from Jurassic Ori. He said, you know what? You thought you got it once? Cool.
If at first you don't succeed, just keep doing it.
Spin to win. but can it be enough here? Dottie getting tagged. That 5A range, not that great, so getting hit, and no surprise, in the corner you go.
Yeah, keeping it simple, ending with the DP. And the Tatsu making its mark here, cross combo time.
The dodge to dodge the burst. So good, and that hit's gonna finish the job. Caterade 3-0 over Jurassic Ori, sending her packing at 5th place. BB Tag is the game of hugs and love and sweetness. I'm loving it. And all the players are they're just so ecstatic to see each other made it this far, and they're so proud of each other for how far they've come along in the last couple of years. You know, it makes me so happy.
It's been a trying time, especially for BB Tag. And for a long time, we didn't have rollback. We didn't have anything. It was just love to keep the game alive, and people who are very just extremely dedicated to it. It's just been good, both seeing everyone play in person and just being able to just enjoy the game at a better scale, even online now.
Yeah. And it's great. And like I said, a lot of these people have not really met each other, you know, with Rife either. So you see it like a lot of the first times of just getting to play each other offline. So a lot of the players have that emotion on their sleeve or lack thereof, depending on if you're, tank top, Anyway, it's really just been phenomenal, and the love is definitely appreciated, especially because we're only on the Friday of CEO.
There's still 2 days of this.
There's still
2 more days.
There's a lot of love left to give, all right? There's a lot of love left to give.
Yes, exactly. Exactly here. But yeah, shout out to Ori. She did great getting 5th at BB Tag. Again, just loving to see everything that we're seeing in front of us here.
Oh, yeah. And I am most excited for what we have next because, we've run our course of the loser's bracket thus far, but now we have to see who out of our 2 last remaining winners side players will make it to grand finals winners side.
Yeah, we're in the top part of the bracket again. We're going back to Intel Razzo versus Cake.
Yes. Can Razzo have their cake and eat it too, or will the cake eat you? It's going to be a sick match between 2 exemplary players. This is again Cake's first major offline event. Yes, being flown out for having done so well on the online tournament hosted by Sijam and Start.GG. But again, Razzo always finds themselves in this great spot of just being, top 3. No stranger to being on the cusp of victory. So, but Cake is going to be a unique opponent, and we'll see how well Razzo can deal with them in this really interesting matchup and what team they're going to bring. Looks like they're going to go for the Yang Carmine against the Batista Rachel. I'm excited because you just have
Zoners versus Damage.
Zoners versus Damage. Well, it's going to be a test of Razzo's defense in not just in neutral, but just in block. So I'm excited. But this is the winners finals. Only one player can sit pretty in grand finals winners side. Let's go.
All right.
Can't escape from crossing fate.
Going right into it, no hesitation.
Never hesitate. Always believe in the game plan, believe in yourself, and you believe in Cake. Gets the zap, and now we have that full screen pressure, just taking her right in the corner. Nice jump cancel.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
You're barely able to escape the DP, getting a full combo on it afterwards. Batista going into the drill afterwards.
And then just the safe pressure, backing it away. It's layers. Whenever you get the knockdown, you do a jump backwards with a button and an assist call to cover the tech forward. But Razzo not going to give away sandwiches for free. In the corner you go, and Tiny Abelia and the chase out from the orb is just looking really good here for Cake. Is in full control.
Yeah, Cake was able to get a little bit of hit up on the drill, but nothing to fully capitalize on it. Having to play far away, like setting up the gates. One more, like using the power to win. Very annoying, especially in BB Tag with this character.
Yeah, you see just how far she can get to the other side of the corner. And with the assist calls there too, just makes it so difficult. Under pressure here. But fights it out, gets both characters. I love it. Razzo waited their turn, gets the 5B, and now it's party time.
Yeah, looks like someone's having a birthday here. Finishing off, they get the throw with the cold shoulder afterwards here. Gonna get plenty of damage.
With the extra bar on table 2, is gonna be able to finish off pretty simple. Polarizing fire, nice knockdown, and despite kicks, you bleed. All Razzo needed was the one shot, so now Hatsune Rachel coming in with Resonance. And there it is. We're going to send out everyone, King Frog and Squad.
Yeah, forcing out the burn. Everyone's favorite theme song here.
A lot of tick damage on that, right? Now you have, try to get unblockable, nice push block there from Razo to avoid it. More tick damage on deck, the King George coming through.
Yeah, just trying to get anything to happen. Finally gets the hit there. It's going to be Carmine versus Rachel now. Gets hit with the overhead here. Big chance for Cake.
Really strong setup. Because you come in and you're forced to take the block on the George. Doesn't have the meter to finish it. The reversal comes out, okay. Razo staying in there, gets the hit. And it has a little bit of bar. It's going to be close.
Nice hit on the jump. And going to go right back into it. Activating to Resident. This is going to be big damage if it's not death here. Oh, actually was able to push block on it, trying to get on the other side, and catches it with a straight hit here. Suddenly, Kate is in control.
The George from the sky. It's raining frogs. One of the
Hallelujah
comes down. I wasn't expecting George to come out of nowhere. Neither was Razo. And you just saw the forecast calls for frogs.
You never expect frogs until frogs are suddenly everywhere, and you're like, why didn't I expect frogs? Why should I listen to the weather? Rachel!
Okay, so Cake taking game one. Here we go, game number 2. Already, Rachel getting tagged here as Cake going in the corner, but Cake escapes and gets hit.
Okay, go. A little bit of a drill here, setting up the next hit, getting in with the overhead from Rachel. Cross combo time.
And now we're just keeping it safe. Jump cancel normals only. So even if he tried to burst, it was ready on it. So Cake, really, really smart with how they put that pressure. Safe throw setup with the tiny little belly assist. And it's just all Cake all the way down.
Goes right into it, sees the opportunity, gets a nice little hit here. Razo trying to make something happen from this. Going in with the lows.
Okay, nice block, good push block, and now it is Cake's turn, makes the escape, and now we're going to Subway.
I have to love the patience that Cake has been showing with the push guard, just waiting it out, getting the blocks here, and getting the hits in the air through because it's paying dividends right now.
And now we have back to doing the pressure. You can only block so many instant overhead. The chair to punish the burst because of the armor on it, yo. And gets a hit afterwards. Cake's positioning so immaculate.
Yeah, lots of games, lots of hits. Like it just keeps happening, people.
Oh my God! It's an overhead double jump into the block, beating the burst out. Here comes these layers on Cake, and I mean that with the pun and everything. Cake's layers are endless, endless.
A lot of icing in the field here. Actually able to get like the secondary hit on that push guard away, but Batista's ready there for the assist.
Cake 2 up. Cake is it's a little too early to celebrate.
That's true. That's true.
But
we can't have our cake yet. We cannot.
No.
We can have our cake in front of us. We cannot eat our cake.
Do not touch our cake. Yeah. Do not touch it.
Oh, yeah.
Do not.
It is perfect.
But Razo now committing to the team that got them so much mileage during, so many turbulent battles.
Back into the Merkava, back into the Hakumen.
This is the last team they can play. No matter how this set goes, they can no longer switch. So however, if they win, it's what it is. Cake is always going to stick to their guns, but let's see if these two powerhouses can be the answer to getting around this heavy zoning and high mobility team.
Yeah, and I like this answer too because especially these two do have the range on their side to help out with the zona problem.
And you saw it right there. If Hakumen slices through a projectile, it becomes a black hole, but you know what? Hakumen can get rushed down like everybody else. Knife in the low, bottom Lily, get the big damage. Punish the burst because to jump forward. Hakumen's burst stinks.
Once again, Cake looking very strong here. Set up.
Oh my God.
It is hard to tell what's happening on the screen sometimes with these two characters.
Oh, the throw, you thought it was just the assist. That time finally gets a burst out, but the push block, Cake again on this range. Oh, that's attack. The damage, nice.
That was very nice, backing away from like the Thor, like from Sword Super.
Here comes George in control. There's a frog behind you, friend. But nice counter.
Yeah, nice little counter there. On the other side, Kenny in the cross combo. Big wavy sword flailing sandwich happening here.
Medium super. You can burst save. There's the charge.
Yeah, switches over to Hakumen. I agree with that.
Oh no, got caught. Snap. And just like, I love that range.
Yeah, having to play very carefully here, playing the shooting game.
Oh, there's 2 shots. Oh no, the zap again! No, the ability, the control that Rachel has.
Yeah.
With the projectiles and then the zap afterwards, the cross up, gonna get the hit. Ooh,
It's up to
down.
Hakumen.
It's all down to Solo Hakumen, the chase down. Can Razzo get the 3 hits?
Goes in and gets the grab!
With the raid, and
And that's
does
enough.
it.
That's all it
Cake
took here.
is in Grand Finals winner's side with a 3-0. Not just a 3-0, but a 3-0 against Razzo.
Yeah. Razzo have been showing time and time again. They are one of the best players in BB Tag, and Cake just coming in here. Now, we can't. Can we eat the cake now, or do we have to wait the Grand Finals? Is it right there?
You cannot celebrate until it's all over.
Okay. All right. I'm just really excited.
I know, but in the famous words, what are you standing up for? We got to. You can't pop off yet. But
Exactly.
Cake, the way they're playing, right? The way they're playing has been just outstanding.
Yes.
Has been matching the different player matchups and character matchups extremely well, covering so much of their bases with their combo choices, their pressure choices, and their decision making. Because again, it's a team that does so well against other teams by playing full screen, but can flip the switch. And once they have stuff set up, which forces their opponent to try to navigate, it makes it so Cake can see where they're trying to go, and then Cake will attack that area and really just mess with them, and just like there's no safe avenue because Cake will just get in there and do damage and just put pressure. So Lou's just, again, playing it thoroughly well.
Yes.
And now in a prime position here, which puts us back in the loser's bracket.
Yeah, that's true. Yes. So we're going back here. We're at Midori. We have Gatorade 24 here happening in the bracket here. And we're going back into like I just heard the tale of Weiss happening here. I don't know. I don't think this is a button. Maybe it's a button check. Do we have are we having a Ruby party?
I mean, we're missing Yang, but Yang just got her butt kicked.
Yeah,
in winner's finals,
Yang's
so
got a rest.
She's out there just like licking her wounds a second. Gonna take a second here. But we're just gonna check our buttons. We're gonna get a little bit of ready.
All right, gotta make sure everything's all nice and ready for the audience out there, for the streaming people at home.
Yeah, it's gonna be an excellent match here. The winner of this set will face off against Intel Razzo in the losers finals and take a crack at the Cake.
Getting all the way here, going back to Naoto, the Akatsuki team. Bring back the U. Team protagonist here, getting the fist bump out of the way, and here we go. We're going right into the match. No hesitation. Maybe a little hesitation. We haven't got quite there yet.
There's always a little bit of nerves, a little bit of scariness.
Oh yeah.
Every
battle is a new chapter.
I don't pull my punches. No promises you won't get caught up in the crossfire. Not a problem. Don't hold
Both players looking calm and collected though, ready to make this happen.
Yep, again, just let the intros rock. Take a second here, because once the match starts, there's no going back.
The only calm that you see in BB Tag is when they let it happen for the intros.
So Narukami Hyde, Akatsuki Naoto, Midori versus Gatorade. Here we go. Again, this is a nice situation here with Midori playing a team that has great range on it, which is going to be better than Akatsuki and Naoto. So that's if Midori plays it to their advantage, it'll be really strong. Just using that to their advantage. But when you have the sandwiches and you have the cross pressure, at least gives Gator opportunities to get those big hits.
Right.
But right now, it's just a neutral gets dominated, but the first big hit goes to Gatorade.
Getting set up, a little bit of a cross combo about to happen here, right here. Getting in the surprise hit. And then with that extra, that plenty of damage that happens from the DP at the end there. One more for the road.
Oh,
unfortunately misses with it, like a good tech on the grab. We're starting to see those techs happen again.
Okay, good burst. Knowing that Narukami might have been gone, but they get the tech. It gets Hyde to do some damage here. I mean, Narukami's got a lot of life to recover, so it's going to be really nice if Midori just plays it cautious and lets him heal.
Using the partner assist from Naoto to cover in the range. They were trying to get closer and get some.
Unblockable.
Yeah.
You got to be on top of it. Oh, but not on top of their toes. Gatorade getting blessed up with the tech. Didn't finish the combo.
And what we were seeing earlier, Midori was doing most of the damage with Hyde in previous battles here.
Nice.
It's up to Gatorade to get rid of Hyde as soon as possible.
And there he goes. Character finally down. 99 seconds on the clock. We lost a lot of life. Lost a lot of time throughout. Hey, 2v1. Get your head blessed. You got to block that last hit high, or else you're gonna really pay the price. Gonna get hit for resonance on the EX. Nice.
Letting the time run out, and another good tech from Gatorade here.
Great micro walk back.
Midori, and Gatorade, looking pretty strong in this match.
Yeah, like you saw the situation at the end. It was after throw tech, Narukami was always really strong because his 5A reaches so far and is really fast. But that slight walk back from Gatorade, realizing I know Narukami's will always 5A after throw tech. So because they walked back, he hit the normal to with the whiff punish. Beautifully done. Good awareness. Game number 2. Here we go.
Gets in the grab. We're going to go all the way to the corner with this. And it just doesn't even need partner assist. Only sets it up at the end there.
Okay, there's the reject on the right time to avoid getting put into the unblockable situation. So Midori escapes the corner and is getting some damage going. And never psych.
Yeah, good patience on that DP. And we're trying to be careful. We're trying to play like finally getting the hit in there, and Narukami, have to force the burst out there to get out of there.
The throw gets a jump to make the throw. We've seen that earlier. Gatorade just whipping grab. Now, okay, Super's going to connect on the wake up and pressure continue on. Crossover, but the good blocks from Midori.
Good use. I love the use of the push guard there, like on the active character.
And he just backs it out. All right, finally Midori gets a chance here using the range, creating the space, being patient, but still stuck in the corner. Maybe being too patient.
Yeah, well, just a little too far away. Use the cross combo to continue the chaos in the corner here. Narukami getting the grab here. Plenty of opportunity now.
All right, small hits, nothing crazy, but at least something. Despite how so much time already gone. But again, a big hit for Gatorade as Narukami's life is going to be ever so slipping. Double super should get rid of this character. Nice.
Yeah, there it is, adding to it. Goodbye, Narukami.
All right, solo Hyde. What can Midori do here? Gets a push block, but stuck, gets hit by the low, and is going to get some fat damage. Again, it's just so hard to find a gap there to resonance. So now it's just going to be wake up resonance or you get destroyed.
Yeah, so much I have to worry about, especially when like cross combos on the table. I'll try to get the connecting fly, but nothing for it.
Super gets countered.
Counter Super to get the win once more, adding it 2-0.
Midori took a big risk. Maybe just Hail Mary, Tailbringer, but nice reaction to it. Just to go for the super back to finish the job. And now Gatorade up 2-0, looking to get their run back against Rasso.
Yeah, like we saw that the very first match. Could that happen again?
All right, or get your Oreos on deck.
All right.
The prettiest potato has arrived here. We're gonna have,
despite what she claims,
Orie is the final character locked in for Midori here in the top 8. On the back, Hyde has been removed, but we haven't seen Hyde or hair her. There you go. First in, pressure's on.
Okay. Sword play is active here. I didn't realize I crossed up in the corner like that.
And something that Midori might not have thought to do, because now we have Orie in the corner is going to take a lot of pressure here in an effort to escape, but the reversal works. Oh, no getting out there.
Right back at you. Okay, yeah. Orie having a good answer to reject guard, but just going straight back into it.
Oh no, it's the super and the full punish. No cross character engage. Taking big damage, not to finish the job, but this is really scary as Orie is one hit away from death, and it's all down to Narukami here. Wake up grab. Gatorade's like, I got this.
It started out like the life with a full life bar here. Still gonna have to be careful. Getting in, Midori's getting hit with a lot of these lows. That's been causing a lot of the majority of the damage.
Oh my god, the double overhead block! Just so... Has the resonance here, has to find something, but the pressure still good.
Yeah, a little bit of a happy birthday goes into the car, gonna activate the special and super afterwards. That's enough, that's enough. We're suddenly a little bit more even.
Smidge, just a little.
Just a little, tiny little bit here. Activate the resonance now.
Okay. There it is, the full screen low. Nice call out, but even better technical catering gets counted. Fedorli running down this resonance. Does not want to get Astral out of the tournament. I like that. And then they delayed air dash. Wait a minute. Finish the job.
Oh.
Finish the job, Fedorli. Stay alive. There it is with the cross flash. And a game on the board. Okay.
Yeah.
I see you.
No, the Aurier switch, like able to like get like a lot of damage actually happening with Narukami there, but being able to keep Narukami out on the field and just being able to get that damage, especially with like Narukami going way across the screen.
Yeah, those little things. It was do or die. So
Yes.
I like the changes, trying something different. A little bit of a risk here and there, but you know what? Again, you gotta roll the dice if you want to win.
Can't escape from crossing fate. Fight.
All right, so 4 characters on deck. Wake up, parry, jump up, parry to start, and that's a lot of red life on both characters. That's crazy.
It's totally expecting the button to happen at the very start here.
So 4 punches on, now coming in the corner. I mean, Midori's been playing this in the corner for so long. Finally decided to get out, but it's just the pressure is so scary. Aurier taking so much damage as an assist here, and there's the low.
Yeah. And now Narukami's version to get the damage. Have to force out the burst here. Aurier back on the field. Getting hit on the other side. Good use of the partner assist here to continue the combo.
Oh, the check. Okay, beats up the EX. 1 EX to go back, and now both players again just dropping in neutral. So much red life on Narukami though. That's the scary part. Unblockable. Nice push block. Denied. But it's pretty much a guaranteed way of getting people making a waste meter.
Gotta be cautious here, going on the other side here. This goes right into the super though.
Oh my god, both characters. Aurier down, Narukami just about finished here, and that'll do it with the switch.
Unfortunately, was in block stun just a little too long. Could not activate resonance, trying to get the health back here. And kind of like the story of it, hugging it out. Everyone's been having like good, solid matches here, trying to fight back on this.
Oh man, but Fedorli couldn't fight back hard enough. Still got a game on the board, had some momentum shit, but just couldn't stay in there. So we see Caterade making it to top 3 and earning their run back versus Intel Razo to see who has the best hair at CEO.
Yeah, both of these players' hair is fantastic.
You can see Caterade maybe brought a little bit better conditioner here because the humidity in Daytona is kind of crazy and we're all kind of feeling it. But, you know, Razo definitely with the long locks and looking stylish, so we're going to see an epic battle between the two again. But we saw Razo dominate their first set pretty handily.
Right, yeah, it was a 3-0, so.
Yeah, it's all on Caterade, who is riding the momentum for winning loser semis.
Yeah.
To do well, but again, this is a team that does so well. Like, if you're trying to scramble, Yang Carmine really matches that extremely well.
Yeah, and this has been a team that even since the beginning, the inception of BB Tag, has just been a strong, high damage team. Just been able to get in there and cause the trouble, and still has that guarantee here as we go into losers finals between Intel Razo versus Caterade 24. Let us go.
Oh, the cross up. You see the 5A check from Razo, but gets crossed up and blessed. Force the burst out from Carmine's here. Good pressure using that EX with a perfect push block. The punish, nice. Chest toe!
Yeah, get that chest toe all the way out there. Activating the cross combo here, forcing the burst.
Oh, got hit anyway.
I like that little backdash from Razo, trying to bait out anything on there.
Okay, firecracker. Oh, big whip, but now again, just even player just kind of waiting for it. Nice switch out at the last second, making that a tricky cross up, and then just good damage here.
I'm going to get that little bit of extra damage here and bringing back Naruto out with a cross combo.
Pressure's not over yet. Good burst, and putting in Akatsuki in the corner forces Caterade to have to do a retake, but still 3 bar. In a good spot with a lot of life here. So far in this position, Caterade dominating it. Wow, that worked. Froze time and space to see the punish. Gets the full Resident Super into the corner you go, but another defensive burst from Razo.
Yeah, like you were saying, Caterade's running hot right now. Like, definitely was trying to like get away from all the different set up the parry, set up the cross combo, goes right into the super there. But now having to deal with all this Yang pressure in the corner.
Gets out. Thank you 4P. Carmine getting swatted away. And then the grab T to throw counter because the push block got thrown out. Great move from Caterade. Super. Game 1. Caterade saying this ain't gonna be 3-0. You're not gonna run it back on me like that, all right?
Yeah, very.
Can't have that here.
Very strong start. Caterade ready to show off. Like, look. Like, I know what happened last time, but that was last time. This is now.
The future is now, Razo, and the future is Caterade.
Get ready.
No hesitation, though. We're going right back into it.
Absolutely crazy here. But, you know, Razo, no stranger to danger.
Crossing fate.
Shake it off, keep on going. It's going to have an epic fight. Already just backing up this time. Just to the position, able to throw out a little bit of the firecrackers. Gets the 2B, but the trade with the 4P. And now counter A confirmed. Nice off of the light tops here.
Yeah, Caterade's been doing an excellent job with those partner assists.
Okay. Oh, beautiful 5BB. If you do not hit her low, she will armor through and blow you up. Her armor attack so spooky. And again, having the parry makes it so you can't do the unblockable setup against the Akatsuki. So you see Razo going for a variant to just put pressure.
Trying to use the projectiles, get away from the blood icicles, whatever you call them, the blood thorns.
Bloodsickles.
I like bloodsickles.
Bloodsickles. Oh, that would be a great band name.
Absolutely
I'm
here.
about it.
Carmine would be frontman of that band for sure.
Okay, so
Going into the projectiles here.
Wow. That was a great confirm off the assist. Now we're seeing Razo trying to get throws. 4P! The 4P from Razo. Oh, it's nuts.
Yeah, 4P has been doing in the work. Cross combo time going on the other side. Surprise!
And you got your blood. I got my own sight.
Yeah, Yang a little bit low in health, close to burn territory.
Yeah, so if Caterade can get a solid enough hit to finish the job before that happens, which this might be the case.
This might be the opportunity to do that. Gets the connecting fly.
Yeah.
We're going all the way to our next destination. It's 2-0 Caterade.
Oh my goodness. Again, this is just the reverse of what we saw on the winner's side, where Razo just won that set extremely dominantly. And now it's putting Razo back to character select. What do they commit here? Do they try the Hakumen Merkava team? Do they go back to Carmine Yang and just attempt to bring this back with the team that they ran the most?
That's a good question.
It's hard.
Yang Carmine's been putting in the work. The time we have seen the Hakumen Merkava team, Razo was able to do, like you said, the original team there, still very strong, was able to thread the needle quite a bit. Going into that, though, we're going to see it one more time, at the very least, maybe more. We'll find out there in a second.
Yeah, this is Razo locking in there. It's a lot. It's a hard decision because it's a hard commit. But if anyone can make it happen, it's Intel's Razo. But Caterade looking like losers bracket has activated their elements and they are unstoppable.
All right, immediately backing away here.
Okay, it's a cross-up. Got to guess a little bit. Pressure's on with the sandwich.
Caterade just happy just to keep blocking here. Gets a little bit of clip.
Overhead comes out. Extension, but great burst there to bust out. Oh, that's 2 damage. Let's see how this conversion goes.
Big boy damage is about to occur. Going in. One more, yes.
All right, good pressure. Again, efficient use of the CC. Keep pressure going. DP's through the uppercut, really nice.
Yeah,
Set horizontal range, pretty strong.
And just goes right into it. Actually hits both of them.
That's what they're doing because we're covering the super with a Akatsuki, which will make it safe. So you have to DP it immediately.
One thing that has been known is already losing a lot of life here, but Caterade's playing a very different game all of a sudden. Very slow, very cautious.
It doesn't want to get air tagged randomly, but it doesn't matter as Razo's finding the hit. Great confirm. We're going to have a hard hit with a good block. But now we're back into this sandwich scenario, and you have to just gas. It's so tough. Gets connected. Has the meter for super. Should be able to finish it here pretty simply.
And with the distortion finish here, Razzo getting one on the board, showing not down, not out.
Yeah, it's big. But again, this is, no matter what, they're locked into this team. Because this is their last shot in the loser side, they cannot make a switch out. But if they play like that and it does the damage like that, they can make it count. But again, it's just having that extra range and being able to control a little bit more is showing pretty good here for Razzo. Again, they're Makava, one of the best. And again, finding these sandwiches so well, been counting. Oh, we punished the burst. Wow, because we have such a far range on the Hakumen and connected. Good damage here. We're going to use the meter to get a hard knockdown, and that's half-life already gone to a safe jump.
Already flying back in. Good tech from the Gatorade on that. Jumping on the other side, cross combo time. We're making the sandwich.
Getting the hit too. No burst available, so we're going to go to the corner. Great parry.
Wow.
My turn. Really well done. And there's Bard. That's Shumi Makava going out with the Naoto Super to finish the job.
Yep.
Wow, Gatorade's defense paying off, not using any meter for a push block.
And parrying immediate on the immediate end on that. Good backdash from Razzo here. Expecting attack here. Going to get a little bit of nice damage on Akatsuki here.
Okay, take down. Get the hit. Going to see a burst. There it is.
Razzo still having like plenty of life, plenty of resonance still on there. Like has a lot of advantageous tools that, like, even though Merkava is out.
Ooh, another big hit. Razzo just finding hits here and there. Trying to get a grab, not quite. Testo, don't confirm. Razzo at full screen can play the patient game and is doing so, but getting tagged. Okay,
Resonance coming out. Waiting for that perfect moment here.
Okay, there's the sweep, connects, conversion. 5-bar. No, doesn't finish up. Big chance for Gatorade to finish it, not quite.
Yeah, nice little clip. Using the redeck guard. It doesn't get the connection though.
Yeah, that switch during the cross combo got Naoto tagged. And right now it's just Akatsuki trying to just play it patient, find opportunity.
Yeah, definitely good awareness.
So, one block's done.
Blocking in, like kind of keeping it relatively safe here. You still have got to deal with two of these individuals here. Getting the super out here. Bam!
And Gatorade 3-1 over Razzo. Takes the set. Razzo pieces out. No hugs today.
Yeah.
And at third place, Intel Razzo is now eliminated from CEO 2022 BB Tag, and that leads us to our grand final.
Yes, we're finally here. We've made it. You have made it here, dear audience. Thank you for joining us so far on this journey together with us. Now we're here. We are grand finals. Gatorade 24 versus Cake.
Oh, Cake on the winner's side with just almost immaculate play all the way across the board. I haven't seen anybody really have any good answers, at least out of the few matches that I've seen Cake go up against. But Gatorade hasn't fought Cake yet. And
not yet.
How strong they're playing and how proficient they are with the team, it's going to be an exciting match to finish off BB Tag here at CEO.
Yes, indeed. And like you're right, Cake is playing an unusual team with the Ratio Batista, just basically being able to like keep zone range, keeping like these unusual, like even up close, these setups in here that are getting plenty of damage, especially in the corner. It's it's going to be definitely a trial, especially on the loser side of the bracket for Gatorade.
Yeah, I mean, has to win 3 games just to force a reset and have another chance here, but all Cake has to do is just stack up the layers. 1, 2, 3. Put the candles, light it up. We're singing happy birthday to you as you get that championship belt. And what a belt it is for the big winner here.
Oh, yes.
For BB Tag. I cannot wait and excited because this is just like the last of it, right? It's like you have to savor just that last piece.
Yeah, you gotta, that's the piece you put in the fridge and you just save for later. And then it's like, am I gonna have it tonight? I think you better have it soon because, Cake does go bad. However, you need to enjoy it. You need to savor it.
Yeah, 100%. And savor it we will here. The fist bump, the love. Grand Finals, CEO BB Tag. Cake versus Gatorade.
All right, punches versus zoning. Going back into the Riverside space here.
Well, we're about to get violence.
Activation.
Or not, depending on how Cake is feeling right now.
Yeah.
Have you awakened, little doll?
Cake's a complicated player. He's got a lot of different ways to fight you and make it hard, but Caterade just has one job, and that's to get in and put you in. Say it with his chest.
Yeah,
Let's go.
Like the chest. Oh, and immediately with the cross combo.
Yeah, a little bit of damage here. Look at that spacing. So perfect here. Akatsuki is forcing the parry to get past it. Like we're playing a little bit of that, you know, regular Under Night, right? Both these characters coming from that game, and at least Akatsuki has a method. But look how much damage, just incremental. From the hit to get the grab. Okay.
With the grab, sudden surprise here. And I was going to say, Caterade's been doing a great job going between, like blocking the cross up and going to the parry. Seemingly ready for this. Caterade continuing to be on fire.
Yeah, Caterade getting a big hit. No burst available, or rather has the burst. Get the grab though, wait a minute. The throw counter connects and gives Cake a chance. Go for the cross ray to bring Rachel in. Now we have the power up. So you're getting a lot of bar as they're starting this great zoning into a full conversion just about.
Yeah, using the wind to go back and forth, kind of keeping Rachel as safe as possible. Sudden surprise with the overhead.
There's the George covering for the burst.
Gonna drill like suddenly, yeah, it's like let's take a little bit of a blaze with the thunder.
Trying to get a grab.
Nice tech.
Oh, big whiff. Have to be careful here. Gets zapped. Tries to burst, gets punished. Great block into a full sandwich combo. You don't barely get any red life for this. And next is going to do it for Cake on either character.
Reject guard, kind of keeping it, playing it safe here. Plenty of life on Cake's side all of a sudden.
Ooh. Blasted. There is George in control. You got to hold that nice parry into Resident.
Have you ever parried a frog in your life?
If I played Akatsuki, I would.
I'd parry everything.
You don't got to hold that. It's right. It's Akatsuki, the character that immediately has a one-frame parry.
I go get the shopping cart. I'd parry that. Good, nice little parry, speaking of.
But parrying doesn't give you any life, though. So you can get out of taking chip damage. You can avoid getting hit. But this is still Cake's game to lose. And the snipe! Look at that snipe!
QQ goes the lasers, and down goes the Akatsuki. Cake up one.
Cake up one. That is the first layer of Cake. That is the foundation being built here in Grand Finals. 2 more away from being the champ.
Yeah, it's going to be like how is the icing going to be in between these layers? How much icing do you like? Do you go the dreaded fondue route?
I'm all buttercream. So you
good
just
choice.
lather that on.
Choice.
I'm all about it.
Yeah. All right.
But no, that again, the Cake's control was really good. I got hit early on, but after that it was just, you know, again, playing the ability to play full screen and then just get in at a moment's notice has just been really tricky to match that pace. And you know, that kind of style is just really hard to adapt to. So Caterade took a second. Looks like they went to character select. Go from the audio. I don't think we'll see something else, but you never know at this point when it's all on the line.
I mean, this is the final, potentially the final match of the evening for BB Tag. And there's no shame in like going back, just reflecting, getting a couple deep breaths in there, get back into the action here. Caterade has been running hot on momentum until that moment here.
Yeah, okay. They're loading into the match. Here we go. Game 2. And immediate buttons from Cake at round start, hitting Akatsuki, and we're setting the pace. Look at hit.
Yeah, was able to get the parry, but cross combo is out. Akatsuki's got to stay in that corner.
So getting parries, getting hits, but getting tagged. Oh my god, just stood in place because that was wild.
Yeah, going above the gates into the chest though to maintain that mobility.
Wow, Rachel lost a lot of life here, but she gets out of the combo. So not too bad in the situation. Chesto.
Yeah. I will say right now, like Caterade been just striking across the distance. The most anime of fights happening right now.
There's still a frog on the deck. Okay, the grab is going to at least get rid of George. And also get rid of Rachel.
Yeah.
All right, finally a character goes down off Cake.
Looks like that pause and momentum, like that deep breath did indeed help, and just goes in for it, waiting for it. I'm ready for it anytime.
And one of the best characters at denying any kind of incoming pressure. Wow, reversal. Cakes, let it out. Has to be a little more offensive here. Down 2 characters, and can't just rely on projectiles alone.
Yeah, okay. Good use of activating the resonance here. Oh, trying to go for the grab, goes right back. Good tech.
Oh, get some dead on. Go confirm.
ready for the reject guard here. Going on all the way to the corner. One more. Yeah, ending with the reversal to get that extra little bit of damage here, and still gets Batista.
All right, with 3 more, getting some good damage. Looking like Catorade's gonna be one of the first to get a definitive game on Cake, 1 hit away from tying it up, and with the cross through, beautiful stuff. Catorade tying it up 1-1, showing that Cake is not invincible. This Cake can be toppled.
No, it's like, it's like, like the YouTube videos where everything you cut, it turns out to be Cake. It's horrifying. The grand finals is Cake.
The grand finals, oh my god.
But what if it's made out of Catorade and we just didn't know it all along? Oh my goodness.
Oh my gosh. Okay, game 2. Game 3, sorry. And you know, I mean, this is something for Catorade to dwell on. I can do it. I can force this reset and keep it going. So Cake, if Sandman makes the adjustment, gets the zaps though and gets some full screen damage.
Yeah,
nice bait.
Yeah, mistimes on the parry here, sends out the Naoto. And I like switching out between them. I didn't even see Akatsuki go on the other side there.
Oh my god, now they're taking damage. Here's George. You're gonna be taking blocks, but now up that. Here come the mix-up. Instead, just kind of waits it out with full screen.
A little bit of a charge on the fireball from Batista.
This is the instant overhead, so at least Katsu gets out relatively nice, but because Rachel could run away so hard, it lets her, the team just builds back that CC gauge pretty safely. I say that, but here comes that 4P from Naoto.
Catching on the other side, Naoto's turn, Kuragane style. And good reversal from Cake.
Oh, punish! EX shot does not work out, and that's really big for Cake, where there's no burst here from Catorade. Into a safe chip setup, gonna RC, and just Chesto out.
Yeah,
oh my gosh.
Was able to get away, and was able to fortunately get away from the reversal of Batista, but still getting hit.
The 6A plus the DP kept the DP safe, and just let this character go down, bottom Lily, and now Catorade down to the Naoto who gets tagged. You do not have a free escape from projectiles. You don't have a parry. You have to hold, takes pressure here.
Sitting out the gate, getting in with the low here. Cross combo time, more damage on the table.
Okay, we're gonna more likely see an immediate resonance here from Catorade as we start the next round. But I also expect to see, look at how many bats are up there.
That was so many, I didn't even see the block there. Was able to capitalize on that and get the revenge there? Suddenly Cake up 2.
Yeah, Cake up 2-1. It's really good. Good realization there. Again, it's an important part. Pressure, when especially 2 versus 1. Send out the assist, and then make sure they're in blocks before you put that pressure. You can bait those uppercuts, bait those reversal supers. Great punish from Cake. 1 game away from being your champion. The second layer has been added, and we're 1 more away from being the big victor here. Catorade, though, still with a chance, still with hope and dreams, but it's hard mode right now.
Yep. No, we're all the way. The kitchen's a mess at this point.
Okay, all right, Lobelia setting up Cake to have some good pressure here, forcing
having to avoid all of these projectiles from Batista and Rachel together. Kind of a little bit more subdued, just ready to parry, just waiting for the opportunity. Unfortunately, gets clipped by the gate here. Going to get a nice little damage here.
And again, good. Rachel assist to just wait it out, find the pressure. And good tech. Catorade just getting in, got a hit, a trade, but how much is that worth? Chesto, that's worth a lot.
I have to say, I do love how Catorade using Chesto as a get out of jail free card.
Okay. Oh, punish, a Hail Mary again. It's almost a full CC combo. 6K damage into the cross braid. Wow.
Yeah, going to use that to get the extra little damage boost afterwards. On the other side we go. Rachel getting a little bit of a nice clip, but still getting plenty of damage on Catorade here.
Cross braid to finish the job. Akatsuki to go down. And now it's all down to Naoto. Cake just 1 character away from being CEO champion. The punish doesn't throw.
Was not able.
4 bars. This should be enough.
It should be. Gotta see what is going to go happen. Activate the super here. Going to be plenty of damage here. Still has plenty. 2 bars. Let's go. Fire at will.
And Cake is your CEO BB Tag champion,
Yep.
taking it in the winner's side without only losing one game.
Yes.
That entire run in top 8. Their first
Oppressively
major
strong.
event, and they just took everyone to task.
What?
Rachel Batista, what a monstrous team, and
Yes.
what a monstrous player.
Yes. Like we said earlier, first major. Kate just coming in here, tearing it apart. It's been amazing job to Kate. Congratulations.
Wonderful stuff. You know, and big ups to Caterade, taking a strong second place, eliminating Razzo out of the top 2 contention with a great win. And then Razzo getting 3rd in that situation. And the rest of the top 8, you saw all there. You saw Midori, you saw Jurassic Ori,
Eon Crescent.
Eon Crescent, Yui, Faded Dragon. Just all in all, just ridiculous players who made it out. And it was always going to be hard to predict who could finish the job, but Cake reigned supreme.
Exactly. I mean, BB Tag's still alive and well.
For sure.
Testing.
And looks like we're going to go to the stage for our awards.
All right.
Check.
Trying to get that.
All right,
set up
guys,
here.
let's give it up for top 8 for BB Tag. Coming in at 7th place, Yui.
7th place, Yui. There we go.
A great showing from her.
Hold on.
Where's the other 7th place? Yui, then Faded Dragon.
There you go. Oh, it's Yui and then Faded Dragon? Well, Faded Dragon. Yeah. Also in 7th place, Faded Dragon. Coming in at 5th place, Eon Crescent. How do you pronounce that?
I'm going from bottom to up.
Yeah, how do you pronounce that?
Midori.
Hold on. Did I miss? Why is it flipping on? It's not. Also in 5th place, Jurassic Ori. And coming in 4th place, Midori. And your top 3 here in 3rd place, Razzo. In 2nd place, Caterade. And your CEO 2022 BB Tag champion, Cake. Let's get that beautiful belt on. Let's go.
Oh, this is the first time
Give
I've
it up one more
seen the
time for
belt.
top 8 of BB Tag.
All right, like you saw your top 8 here. Like, congratulations to all of them, especially congratulations to Cake, making it all the way to the very tip top there.
Yeah, no one does it better than Cake, and right now they're just at the forefront. You have to watch out because I've not seen a dominating performance like that in BB Tag in a long time. But when we'll see that next, I am not sure. But y'all can catch more CEO tomorrow, as we're going to be wrapping it up here for today. But we really do appreciate all of y'all hanging out with me. Rescue Sweep, it was so much fun.
It was
just
an
hanging
absolute
out
pleasure.
and just enjoying some BB Tag. But any last words before we shut it out?
I was just going to say shout out to my home turf, Scruffy City FGC. Hope you're watching out there. Play BB Tag. You get on the network. It's a rollback netcode. It's right there. It's all waiting for you.
All right, and again, thank y'all so much. There's more action for CEO tomorrow starting at 10 a.m., so make sure you wake up bright and early, get some cereal, enjoy some fighting games. But for now, have a good night. We'll catch you next time.
Take it easy.